Welcome back to Half Moon's Picks. Week 4 in the NFL is here. Week 3, scraped by yet again. I think I got pretty much a bad beat, but let's move on. By last week, I went 2-2 in my video picks, and 1-2 in my Twitter picks. I missed by 1 point, like Butler couldn't make a field goal or extra point. Lost by 1 point. Bad beat, man. I'm telling you, bad beat. So it happens. Rough season so far. Getting off to a rough start, just scraping below 500. This week's going to be a little bit different. Well, let's go to the comment of the week and talk about it. The comment of the week is from Daniel Hessen. I think I mentioned him before in prior seasons. So far, you did pretty bad on your Twitter and video picks. And please don't blame it on the league not having a preseason. This week is pretty much under the bridge, and I'm looking for a kick butt in week 4. I agree, yeah, just swipe everything under the bridge, but you know, I think you might have messaged this. I lost my first 2 video picks. I went 0-2 and then went 2-0 the second 2. I think my Sundays 0-2, and then I won Sunday night and I won Monday. So, and then, you know, my video picks, my Twitter picks, I could have went 2-1, you know, just by 1 point. The under and over on the Chiefs game did go down to like 54, so if you got that, that'd been great, you know, so you would have got a push, but I had it at 55, and that's what Bovada had at the time when I posted it. So, it happens. 1 point, grab you by the hook. So, this week's going to be a little bit different. I'm not doing any trends. I'm just going straight from the gut. This is a good week to do it. There's no divisional games this week. Every team who played at home this week is going to play away and vice versa. So there's no excuses this week. And let's get down to it. My number 4 pick of the week, my upset pick of the week, we got the Seattle Seahawks traveling to the Miami Dolphins. The Miami Dolphins are a 7-point home dog. What can I say? Dolphins play close games. They lost to 10 at New England, but that was in New England. But their last 2, they lost by 3 at home, and then they beat Jacksonville by 18. And then on the other side of the court, we got Seattle, who's supposed to win by 7. They won by 5 and they won by 7 at home, though, not away, the last 2 games. Here, the Seattle Seahawks are traveling cross country, and they're going to play the Dolphins at home. I think Seattle is struggling defensively, and if Miami can play the ball well, they're not, we know how Fitztragic can come out at any time, but I think this game's going to be a 1-score game. You're covering the 3, you're covering the 4, and you'll push on the 7. So give me Miami plus the 7. And my number 3 pick of the week, we got the Baltimore Ravens traveling to the Washington Redskins. The Baltimore Ravens are a 13.5-point road favorite. Usually I don't pick the road favorite, especially with this many points. Washington, they lost their last 2 games by 15 and 14. So, and that is against Arizona and Cleveland. And here we go, Baltimore, they just lost on Monday night. Got humiliated against the Chiefs yet again. And they beat their last 2 games before that. They beat Cleveland by 32 points and Houston by 17. So who says they can't turn around and beat Washington, who's really bad, down there at the bottom of the list, by 13.5 points. Even if it's 14, closer than you think, you still win by a hook. So I know Washington's on the top of the NFC East division, but they're going down this week. So give me Baltimore minus 13.5. My number 2 pick of the week, we got the Los Angeles Chargers traveling to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are a 7.5-point home favorite. Here we go again. The Chargers are struggling. Last week they lost when they shouldn't have. They are 0-3 ATS wise, so they haven't covered the spread yet all year. Bucks are up and coming team. Granted they lost the first game in New Orleans, but since then, they beat Carolina by 14, the team, the Chargers just lost to, and they beat Denver by 18. So this is just 7.5. They're at home in Tampa, Raymond James Stadium. So give me Buccaneers minus 7.5. And my number one pick of the week, we got the Arizona Cardinals traveling to the Carolina Panthers. The Arizona Cardinals are a 4-point road favorite. Kyler Murray threw 3 interceptions against the Detroit Lions, beat up Detroit Lions. I don't know how that happened. I saw open receivers left and right. If he goes back to the game film and see what he did wrong, I think they're going to patch it up. They shouldn't have lost this game. They're in a tight division in their division. They need to win this game. No doubt about it. I think they go into Carolina. Like I said, Carolina, no McCaffrey, and they're just playing check down, Charlie check down. If you get them behind like a couple scores, they're gonna fold big. So expect a big bounce back from the Arizona Cardinals. Defense is a lot stronger than what the Chargers have. So give me Arizona minus 4. All right, those are my big 4 teams. I'm having friendly wagers with my neighbors with, and we don't gamble on the site. But friendly wagering. Who says you can't do that? I'm not even wagering. We'll bet for Oreos. Why not? Like I said, this week there's no divisional games. My 3-team teaser, I am 0-3 on. My goodness, the Jets couldn't even cover, like 18 points last week. That's how bad they got beat. It's unbelievable. This week, I'm not picking any bad teams on teaser. Just, go with it. So this week, I got Kansas City on the money line. We're going to bet them down to 7. Tampa Bay, again, bet down to 7. Tampa Bay, so it'll be a point, money line or half point, whatever you get it at. Green Bay, same thing. We're going Green Bay minus a half point or 7, whatever you can get at. Pretty much 3 on the money line, KC, Tampa Bay, and Green Bay. That's my 3-team teaser, or you just put all 3 of them on the money line and win that way. All right, so I got my games kind of mixed up this week. Like I said, I didn't go by trends. I didn't go in any order. But the Thursday game, we got the Denver Broncos traveling to the New York Jets. My goodness, how bad are the New York Jets? They lost by 10 the first week. Second week, they lost by 18. And the third week, they lost by 29. What do they got? They're going downhill fast. What's this week? They're going to lose by 38. I know they're hurting. They're on their second-string quarterback. They got a lot of injuries, and they're on the road. Personally, I'm probably not going to bet anything on this game. Just keeping a friendly wagering on this game. So anyway, Denver's 3-point road favorites. I don't see how both these teams are 0-3. And another thing, on week 4, I forgot to mention, I never bet against the winless team. It's a known fact. Same with next week. They're determined to win a game. So both these 2 teams are 0-3, and they're both determined to win a game. So I like Darnold, but he's been playing so bad. He's the better quarterback. A home team plus 3, I would take, but I've lost my Oreos the last 3 weeks. So I am probably taking Denver on this. Denver minus 3. Next, I got a 4 o'clock game. We got the Giants traveling to the Rams. Giants 13-point road dogs, man. They are 0-3. They lost by 27 to San Francisco, but only lost to 10 and by 4 the 2 weeks prior to that, to Pittsburgh and Chicago. So they played pretty good, except for last week they had just desecrated. Will they do it again against the Rams? Could be, maybe. The Rams, they lost, a bad beat at the end of the game, pass interference, which I didn't see pass interference. And then the next play, Buffalo scored a touchdown to win the game. I think the refs totally gave the Bills that game. So, I think the Rams, it's 13 points, man. I would have. I have to do it because, like I said, the Giants are you know, 0-3. You gotta stick by my rule. You gotta take the 0-3 team, and no matter what, you know. I'm not gonna do a lot of Oreos on this game, but yeah. Give me the Giants plus that 13. Next up, we got the Cleveland Browns traveling to the Dallas Cowboys. My goodness, you know, Dallas Cowboys are 0-3 ATS wise. They have not covered the spread at all. Cleveland's getting 4.5 points. You know, even if Dallas does win this game, they'll probably win by 3 points, just so they wouldn't cover the spread. So just for that fact, I'm taking the Cleveland Browns on the road with that 4.5 points. Next, we got a next 4 o'clock game. The Buffalo Bills traveling to the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders, the second home game, you know, I say they beat the Saints, their first home game, their home opener, which I should have played that. I knew that was going to happen, but, you know, it was the Saints. And the Saints, you know, I predicted they'd go to the Super Bowl with the Ravens. I think the Chiefs will probably get knocked out by someone other than the Ravens. I don't know how it's going to play out, but I like the Bills here in this game. Josh Allen is just too hot to go against. They're 3-0 against the spread. They're 3-0 record, and they're, you know, winning that division. So yeah, give me Buffalo, and it's only 3 points. Buffalo -3. Next, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers traveling to the Tennessee Titans. Pittsburgh Steelers are 1.5 point road dogs. How? I don't know. Both these teams are 3-0, but Tennessee is 0-3 against the spread, and Pittsburgh is 3-0 against the spread. And here I'm getting 1.5 points. I'm definitely going to sprinkle a little bit of Oreo dust on the Pittsburgh Steelers, and probably on the money line, you know, to get a little bit more, you know, Oreo dust. So give me Pittsburgh plus the 1.5. Next, we got the New Orleans Saints traveling to the Detroit Lions. You know, I could probably talk about this game all day. I know both these teams pretty well. New Orleans Saints are favored by 4. Traveling Detroit. New Orleans off a 2-game loss. So are they going to lose 3 games in a row? Probably not. Detroit Lions, I don't know. If someone would like to comment how Detroit won that game. I watched every freaking play. And how they even had their Okuda, who's the number 1 pick for the Lions, a cornerback. Even he got injured. And they had people from the practice squad and the third string on the Lions, and somehow Kyler Murray still threw 3 interceptions. And I saw a guy off the practice squad covering DeAndre Hopkins, and he was wide open, and for whatever reason, Murray just did not see him. And Fitzgerald, you know, he had all day open, all day, 7-Eleven open 24/7, and whatever reason, Murray had a bad game. You know, he still threw over 200 some yards, just had that 3 interceptions. So, you know, somehow the Lions pulled that off. I have no idea. I don't think Drew Brees is going to do the same thing. It's only 4 points, man. 4 points, are you kidding me? I really wanted to put New Orleans on my top 4 list. I really was going to this close, and watch it. It's going to be a total blowout. But I'm definitely sprinkling that Oreo dust on the Saints. So give me the New Orleans Saints -4. Next, we got the Minnesota Vikings traveling to the Houston Texans. Both these two teams 0-3 again. You got to bet on the 0-3 team. Both these teams are 0-3. So Minnesota's played Green Bay, Indianapolis, and Tennessee. They played Tennessee close. That game they should have had. Houston got blown away by the Chiefs, the Ravens, and Pittsburgh, the worst schedule in the world. They got to win this game. And Houston does. I mean, Deshaun Watkins over Kirk Cousins, bottom line. So that's it. You know, both these teams are 0-3. Someone's got to win. And I hate the Vikings because they're in the Lions division. But so give me the Houston -4. Next, we got the Indianapolis Colts traveling to the Chicago Bears. You know, Indianapolis Colts. You know, Philip Rivers. Can you trust him? I don't know. Nick Foles, I heard on Monday night they are starting him with Chicago. Chicago's 3-0. Indianapolis 2-1. It's going to be a close game. I'm taking the points here. Give me Indianapolis +3 on the road in Chicago. Next, we got the Philadelphia Eagles traveling to the San Francisco 49ers. San Francisco 49ers are beat up, bottom line. Philadelphia's lost to the Redskins, the football team, the Rams, and that's a decent team. And they tied to the Bengals. I mean, what's going on with the Eagles? I have no idea. The talent's there. Something's going on. Here they are getting 6.5 points. San Francisco, they're beat up as well. They're big time hurt, but they're 3-0 ATS wise. They're covering the spread all 3 times. They beat the Jets and the Giants. So really, I mean, come on, those are the 2 worst teams in football, and they did lose to the Cardinals. So I'm taking Philadelphia plus that 6.5. That all day long. But I don't, Philadelphia, I swear if they disappoint me one more time, I'm just going to scream. Next, we got the New England Patriots traveling to the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City, I had to take them. They're 3-0. New England's 2-1. They're just playing ball control right now. They're traveling to Kansas City. Kansas City, until someone proves me wrong, they're 3-0 ATS, 3-0 I don't know. They're 2-1 ATS, 3-0 record, and they're just the team to beat. So yeah, give me Kansas City, and it's only 7 points. Next, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars traveling to the Cincinnati Bengals. Oh my goodness, Jacksonville 1-2, Bengals 0-2-1, the winless team. I am going with the home team, getting let's see, the home team's favored by 3, so it'd be Cincinnati -3. Yeah, you got to go with the home team and the winless team. So yeah, Cincinnati, they're playing a little bit better. I'm starting to like Cincinnati. I'm rooting for them. They're keeping the games close. So yeah, give me Cincinnati on this one. No bet. So no Oreo cookies on this game. Next, we got the Atlanta Falcons traveling to Green Bay for Monday Night Football. This is going to be a nice, high-scoring game. I see again, Atlanta likes to break out in the lead. Can Green Bay come back? Yes, they can. You got Aaron Rodgers, So, it's probably going to be a 1-score victory. You're covering the 3, you're covering the 4, and you're covering the 7. So 7.5 points. I'm giving Atlanta plus the 7.5. I know they got a bad defense. They lost in the 4th quarter of the last 2 games. They got to Dak Prescott, who 450 yards, 1 TD, 16 points in the 4th quarter. And last week, Nick Foles, 3 TDs, 188 yards, and 20 points. It's like, come on, really? I know Aaron Rodgers can, he likes the ball control as well, and he likes to have the ball in the 4th quarter. And he'll waste his time, get his final touchdown or field goal, whatever it is, and call it a game. So he doesn't do these big blowouts. 7.5 points is too many points, so give me the 7.5 points with Atlanta. Well, that concludes the week. Thanks again for stopping by. I plan on getting better. Remember, this week's going to be kind of rough. No divisional games, no edges, no history behind any of these games with these teams. These teams probably haven't played each other in like 8 years. And it should be a great football week. Any team can win. But I gave you my 4 of what I think is best. Now, if you follow me on Twitter, you can head on over there. I do my unders and overs. I'm getting some bad beats the last couple weeks. I expect to do better. So give me a chance. Just watch the video. Pure entertainment. Win some Oreos. So I will see you next week. Peace.
Want to look like a pro? CustomJerseysPro.com has what you need for any sport. Create your custom jersey by color or style from thousands of designs made for you or your team. Use PIX as a discount code at checkout and save an extra 8% on your next order. Remember, CustomJerseysPro.com and be the next professional in your neighborhood.
You enjoy placing a few bucks on your favorite team? Maybe try your hand at cards or on the slots. Use me as a reference and head over to my Twitter and click on the link below and receive a new member bonus and help support this channel. Bovada, just better. Kyler Murray,